What's going on, everybody? This is Jeff with AltCoin Buzz. So we got another bit of drama here causing a little bit of a Red Sea in the cryptocurrency market. And actually, it's a little bit more than a little bit of a Red Sea. It's pretty drastic here. As you can see, everything's down significantly over the last 24 hours. And most of it is caused by this Tether cryptocurrency that's been pegged to the US dollar for some time now. And you can see they're 100% back, as they say, one-to-one to the US dollar. Although this news that's coming out here with Tether, a $2.2 billion market cap, this coin here, you can see on Bloomberg, US regulators, Subpoena, crypto exchange Bitfinex. Bitfinex is one of the largest exchanges in the world and has been for some time now, and Tether. So firms say they routinely get legal process from regulators. Tether has yet to verify that it holds $2.3 billion in reserves. U.S. regulators are scrutinizing one of the world's largest cryptocurrency exchanges as questions mount over a digital token linked to its backers. The U.S. Commodity Futures Trading Commission sent subpoenas last week to virtual currency venue Bitfinex and Tether, a company that issues a widely traded coin and claims it's pegged to the dollar. According to a person familiar with the matter who asked to not be identified, discussed private information. The firms share the same chief executive officer. Now, here's the problem with Tether, really, before I continue reading here. Because it claims to be a virtual currency that functions like the dollar, you could see how bankers or the U.S. government might say, oh, really? What are you trying to replace the dollar with Tether? So you can see how it could be a threat, in a way, to, maybe the Federal Reserve might view Tether as a threat, claiming to be a virtual currency. As virtual currencies gain momentum, why do you need to go to U.S. dollars if you got Tether, right? Which is really, and I'm not saying that the Federal Reserve or the U.S. government is wrong in subpoenaing Tether for this, because who's behind Tether? We don't really know, right? Bitfinex is tightly, in there with Tether, but we don't really, like, if you try to search who's on the Tether team or who's behind even Bitfinex, you won't discover any results. So it's kind of, and they've already, you can't even trade on Bitfinex if you're in America, if you're in the United States. So it's kind of iffy like that. So I think this thing was kind of overdue, and it was coming. Tether's coins have become a popular substitute for dollars on cryptocurrency exchanges worldwide, with about $2.3 billion of tokens outstanding as of Tuesday. While Tether has said all of its coins are backed by U.S. dollars held in reserve, the company has yet to provide conclusive evidence of its holdings to the public or have its accounts audited. Skeptics have questioned whether the money is really there. So where is the money, right? When you guys cash out of Bitcoin and go to USDT, where does that money really go? We routinely receive legal process from law enforcement agents and regulators conducting investigations. Bitfinex and Tether said Tuesday in an email statement, it's our policy not to comment on any such requests. So you can see this article is pretty in-depth, and it's actually a really good one to read on Bloomberg Technology. I'm not going to read it all right now because it would just take forever. But if we go on Twitter, you can see Vinny Lingham. I don't understand why Bitcoin is tanking right now. If you hold any of the $2 billion in Tether, wouldn't you be dumping Tether and buying BTC, BCH, ETH instead? Any theories? And then Charlie Lee, he commented, he said, weak hands are scared. Charlie Lee's the founder of Litecoin, in case you were wondering. So it's interesting. And if we go over here to this other round of news, Tether confirmed its relationship with auditor has dissolved. Tether, the issuer of the dollar-pegged cryptocurrency USDT, said its relationship with audit firm Freedom LLP has ended this year on CoinDesk, right? Let's read this quote from their website. We confirm that the relationship with Freeman is dissolved. Given the excruciatingly detailed procedures Freeman was undertaking for the relatively simple balance sheet of Tether, it became clear that an audit would be unattainable in a reasonable time frame, as Tether is the first company in the space to undergo the process and pursue the level of transparency. There is no precedent set to guide the process, nor any benchmark against which to measure its success. So you can see there is some news breaking. This is what's more than likely affecting the price of the market right now, but it's speculation. There's also some news out of South Korea that them allowing South Koreans to exchange cryptocurrencies still highly restricted, and it's just not as interesting as we'd like it to be. If we just look at Bitcoin here, see how far Bitcoin has dumped in the last 7 days. I mean, we saw Bitcoin almost reach, or it did reach 12,000 on Saturday. It just touched there, but now you can see in the last 30 minutes with this Tether news, Bitcoin just dumped, right? I mean, that's a pretty steep sell-off. There was actually, and it's just been back-to-back, which started really this morning. And Bitcoin, for the first time in a while, since December, could dip below $10,000. So for me, personally, I'm looking at buying opportunities, which I've been doing on the dip. I don't go too deep on my buys. And most of the stuff that I've been buying, it hasn't really moved much. But I'm cool with waiting it out till as long as I need to, even if that means I have to wait it out till the summertime, June. This market cap's about to dip below $500 billion. Let's see if it does. Well, it's going to. And we don't know how much this sell-off is going to affect it. But overall, getting Tether out of the market is going to solidify things even stronger. I mean, things are going to be a little bit more healthy if Tether can, eventually just get phased out of the market, even being available. Overall, there's been a gray cloud over this cryptocurrency for a while now, so I'm not too concerned about it. As far as coins that are on good deals, I'm on the lookout for. I mean, Tron just keeps dumping. Tron just keeps going lower and lower and lower. There is nothing that Justin Sun can do in terms of news to get that price to go up. At least so far, that's been the case. Ryblox is finally starting to come up on my radar as a buying opportunity. Steam, I do like Steam. Well, it's at a good price at this point. I mean, long haul, Steam's a great investment, especially since it's one of the few cryptocurrencies that has a legitimate working product right now. Walton has taken a significant hit, but I think that I'm staying away from Walton, even though it could go up to, who knows, $100 by the end of the year. We'll see. But I've got my Walton core position, and I'm completely cool with what I've got there. Might be a good time to consider getting into some of these new coins that hit hard. SafeX came up on my radar. Ooh, Ethos is in a buy range for someone who doesn't hold Ethos. There's just proving to be a lot of buying opportunities here. And let's see what our people on Twitter were talking about on our AltCoin Buzz IO. Yeah, I mean, I'm holding. I mean, that's what we can do. Like I said, you might have to be willing to hold for the next couple months. I mean, it might. We don't. People speculate that the market's going to go up. I've even kind of speculated certain things, but truthfully, of course, I don't know. I don't have any sort of insight into whales activity. I don't know what the whales are thinking. I don't know what the market manipulators are thinking. I don't even know how many market manipulators there are, if they're in Asia, if they're in Wall Street, if they're futures traders. I don't know. But from this poll here are some of the top picks that you guys selected out of the top altcoin right now. You guys said Icon. So let's take a look at Icon since, let's see what's going on with Icon. 806, down 1% over the last few days. Ooh. I'd wait for Icon to pull back a little bit more. Me personally, that's what I'm doing. I can only speak for myself. This is not professional financial advice. What was the other one that you guys selected? QuantStamp. Let's take a look at QuantStamp. I still hold all my QuantStamp I bought at 12 cents. Let's see where it's at now, 31. I've seen QuantStamp as high as 74. Obviously, you know, when I look back on these times when the market was high, I said, man, if I could have just had it over it again, I would have sold my positions at all-time highs. But I'll just wait for it to revisit these highs, even if it means I have to wait 6 months to a year. That's the way I look at it. So anyways, guys, it's Jeff with AltCoin Buzz. Thank you to everyone who's been following us on Twitter at AltCoinBuzzIO and Steemit at AltCoin Buzz. Matt says that he really enjoys the crowd hanging out with us on Steemit at AltCoin Buzz. He says they're a really mature crowd, which is what he likes, which is what I like. I appreciate everyone who's got that level of that mental mindset of maturity that understands the position that we're in with cryptocurrency. And everyone who's been following us at Instagram, shout out to you guys. This whole post here was about the people who got into cryptocurrency looking for Lambos, but ended up getting bicycles. You can also click right here to get a link to our podcast. So tag your friends who got into cryptocurrency for Lambos but have resorted to bicycles. It's not, I mean, it's funny, but, you know, more than anything, if you're trying to get into cryptocurrency for a Lambo, it's probably not the best reason to get into cryptocurrency or investing in general, because it just doesn't work like that, unfortunately, for people who are looking for that kind of meal ticket. But yeah, here's our iTunes on Instagram. You can catch up with us on iTunes, on our podcast right here. Click this link. So what if I told you I'm holding? Anyways, we'll see you next time. Subscribe to this channel if you like. This is Jeff.